Surely. My girl, come flip it like a flippergram, flip it like a flippergram. Make your bumper flip like a flippergram, flip it like a flippergram, flip it like a flippergram. You deaf girl, wind up on my body, girl. Why like it's a carnival? Girl, me love the way you wine for me. Girl, your wine is so emotional, so wind up on my body, girl. Me while you come wine your waistline for me. Baby, you're bubbling, 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 baby. Girl, you a party animal. Girl, you active, no, you no lazy. Girl, you a party animal. To all your wine, you drive me crazy. Girl, you a party animal. You wine so good, you just so good. Girl, me love how you party. She make one shot, two shot, three shot, four. After 9 minutes, she come back for more. She take off the shoes and pound the dance floor. Then she start to broke out like a sword. Then she approach me just like a cure. Me know that she like me tonight, me a swore. She sexy, she beautiful and she pure. Tell her you me adore, so wind up on my body, girl. Wind us like a carnival. Girl, me love the way you wine for me. Girl, your wine is so emotional, so wind up on my body, girl. Me while you come wine your waistline for me. Baby, you're bubbling, bubbling, baby. Girl, you a party animal. To own your wine, you drive me crazy. Girl, you a party animal. Girl, you active, no, you no lazy. Girl, you a party animal. You dance so good, you dress so good. Girl, me love how you party. Girl, you think up there, up there, up there. Me don't know where you're from, but you think up there. Girl, if God send you for meet me tonight, me a follow you a morning, go back up there. No worry about your friends, they're with my friends. After the club a party, palm me head. So girl, just flip it like a flippergram, flip it like a flippergram. Right this moment, wind up on my body, girl.
Good evening, basketball fans, and welcome to today's Trojans basketball action. Tonight's game features the St. Mary's Lightning and your very own SAIT Trojans. Ladies and gentlemen, would you please rise if you're able and remove your hats for the playing of our national anthem. Thank you for joining us here today at our annual John Smith Memorial Game in remembrance of an amazing athlete, student, teammate, friend, and loved one who will forever live in our program. John Smith played for the SAIT Trojans for 3 seasons from 2016 to 2019 while completing a business administration diploma as a student athlete. In those seasons, John averaged 24 points a game with an outstanding 41% shooting percentage. John's contributions on the court for the Trojans were only a glimpse at the lasting impact of his magnet and inspiring energy. The Trojans are honored to remember John and his legacy not only through today's game, but also through his Memorial Student Reward, gifted to a Trojans men's basketball player with proven leadership abilities and examples of advocacy on behalf of the other underrepresented groups. Today, it's our pleasure to have Coach Charlie Connor, former teammate Murphy Bea, and John's sister Sade here to present the recipient of the John M. Smith Jr. Memorial Equity and Diversity Award. May we please welcome this year's recipient, Marcus Masters, to come forward and accept his reward. Congratulations, Marcus, and thank you to everyone who has made a gift to this Memorial Student Award, ensuring a lasting legacy and supporting current and future men's basketball student athletes. And thank you to John's family for being in attendance and presenting this award today. You will always have a home with the Trojans. Now it's time to meet the starting lineup for the St. Mary's Lightning. At forward, number 5, Angelo Santiago. At forward, number 6, CJ Peters. At guard, number 11, Brennan Nightingale. Number 12, Riley Follansby. And number 15, Clay Perrette. And now it's time to meet the starting lineup for your SAIT Trojans. At guard from Kitchener, Ontario, number 0, Marcus Masters. At guard from Baltimore, Maryland, number 4, Cam Carter. At guard from Montreal, Quebec, Mark Deneau Gabriel. At guard from Langdon, Alberta, number 8, Logan Bennett. And at forward from Lyon, France, number 12, Killian Yopa. Now I turn the match over to today's official. Good luck and play ball.
Memorial game. That is the number 1 ranked in Canada, Menetroy, taking on the St. Mary's Lightning.
I'll tell you something, Josh. I guarantee you, John Smith looking down proud right now against looking at his SAIT Trojans, as you said, undefeated once again, back up at the top once again where the SAIT Trojans deserve to be, Josh. This is one of the most exciting renditions of Trojans basketball I can remember in history, and I can't wait to get it going here.
Can't get the 3 to start off. For me, somehow this is the first time I've been able to see the SAIT Trojans men's team this year.
Yeah, be like that sometimes, Josh, but that streak comes to an end tonight as you're going to see the SAIT Trojans go to work. And at the same time, you don't want to take anything away from this St. Mary's squad, especially a guy like CJ Peters, Josh. We saw do his thing yesterday. And then in a situation like this where you're going up against the undefeated SAIT Trojans, it's a good opportunity here to maybe put a little kink in that armor if you can get to work and go to it tonight.
Tough situation for the Lightning. Noah Jaye is in a walking boot. He's out for 6 weeks and then to be reevaluated. So we wish him a speedy recovery. Trojans have the rock. Yopa, beautiful bounce pass down low. And it's so nice to see once again, Mark Deneau Gabriel for 2.
MDG getting to it once again, like you said, Josh. A man amongst boys. Every single game he goes out there, literally does everything. Plays all 5 positions and is definitely showing the youth of this SAIT Trojan squad what to do.
And that bounces around. CJ Peters gets 2.
There he goes, Josh. We talked about it. That's the one
real shining light here in the situation where you're down so many of your stars. And C.J. Peters going to get a lot of burn and a lot of usage here tonight.
Here's Gabrielle. Pass the back. Find Bennett. Ball's almost stolen away. And Mary's yesterday, they hung around in the first quarter. It was tied after the first quarter yesterday. So trying to do similar things here. Here's Santiago. He can't get it. Here's Marcus Masters. Passes it ahead to find Cam Carter. Can't get the three to go down. Santiago chases the ball. Passes it ahead. Some contact and the ball's going back the other way as Nightingale not able to bring his feet full and gets the charge.
Surprise, surprise, Josh. Marcus Masters is going to set in there and wait for that charge to come through. Does it once again. At the beginning of the game, a guy in his 5th year, Marcus Masters, still taking charges. Can't teach that kind of heart.
Moses checks into the game. Can you tell us about Moses?
Oh, I can tell you he's got some length inside, Josh, but surprise, surprise, what else is new? Big body, loves to be active around the rim as well, Josh, a lot like everyone else in white here tonight.
Trying to find Yopa inside. Substitution coming in here. Will be the former Mount Royal Cougar, Ben Gilbert, coming in here. One more year of eligibility, decided to finish off a very good college career here at St. Mary's.
Yeah, good choice, I feel, to join the St. Mary's squad.
Yopa, 2 points.
The guy I've been impressed the most with this season, Josh, Killian Yopa. He's made such a big jump from last season. Last season he did his thing, you remember, but you see him now a lot bigger, a lot stronger, playing a lot more confidently, and it's worked out to the benefit of his teammates.
Ball will stay with Mary's. Yopa, I believe as well, a freshman, was with the Mount Royal Cougars.
They got that right, Josh.
Down low.
It's a good seal right there, Josh. You talked about a 5th-year player. You saw it in that play. Had the smaller Masters in his hips, kind of kept him around there to Gilbert, and drew a quick foul on him as well.
Santiago will inbound. Gets it in. Santiago, pass the back. 3-ball. Won't go down, but 3 shots coming up for Perez.
Yeah, late closeout right there, Josh. As Moses unable to get there in time. Now we're going to see if Cash Parrott can be Cash from the free throw line, which is what he wants to do. Get fouled from range, stop the clock, and get to the charity stripe.
And Ayodu will check in now. From our understanding, he's under a minute restriction, so he will try to give everything he can, but it sounds like he's on a minute restriction at about 2 to 3 minutes a quarter.
Yeah, and we'll see if the coaching staff stays with that. I'm sure there's room to wiggle there if necessary if something goes on, Josh. But yeah, we'll definitely make sure to check in and see if Ayodu hangs around that 2 to 3 minute mark per quarter.
Talking to Coach Nate Ruff, he's very high on what he can do for this team. Time ball game, 4-4. Gabrielle passed it off. Carter finds Bennett, back to Masters. Masters takes some contact, goes up. Marcus Masters doing Marcus Masters thing.
Yeah, and that's getting high off the window and giving you bank angles like nobody's business. Into the chest of the D. You dislodge the D and score through 2.
Martineau Gabrielle will pick up the foul.
Number 7, Martineau Gabriel.
So back to the Lightning. Get that ball down low, but immediately met by Yopa. Gilbert. Off balance there. Ball goes out. Substitutions will come in here as Barlow will check in and take out Peretz. 9 seconds on the shot clock. Pump fake right there. Peters trying to find some room. Trouble.
You see, nothing much you can do right there. C.J. Peters trying to make something happen. Killian Yopa stayed down, stayed level. A year ago, Killian Yopa probably goes for that fake,
Yes, he did.
goes in the air. Yeah, stayed down, got a turnover.
Deadeye, bullseye, bang! 3-ball by Logan Bennett.
Understand something about LB, Josh. You've got to check him as soon as he comes over the half-point line. If not, he's got 3 for you every single time.
Ball's down low. Trying to find some room. Cam Carter tried to go for the steal. Santiago, guarded by Masters, stops on a dime, trying to find some room himself. SAIT defense is smothering.
Nowhere to go, nowhere to release. A hallmark of SAIT Trojans team defense is an unbelievable collapse game, and there it was on that last possession.
Carter hands it off to Bennett, back to Masters. Bennett coming off that 3. Fakes it and can't make it. Almost halfway through the first. Gilbert. Down on the baseline now. Mid-range J, no good. Yopa comes up with the rebound. Yopa passes ahead to find Masters. Yopa, mid-range J is good.
Stretch the game out a little bit, Josh. We know about the interior moves from Killian Yopa, but he's letting us know that he's got a midi as well. Way to step into that one.
Major contact right there, and the ball's going the other way.
Yep, dropped the shoulder, made that mistake right there. Did a judo trying to clear a little space, but as I said before, when you drop that shoulder, it's way too easy for the rest to blow that offensive whistle.
Gabrielle will inbound the ball to Cam Carter. Looking like a 2-3 zone by the Lightning. Gabrielle. Pass inside, finds Yopa! Slams it down with force!
Get busy, big man ball from MDG, clearing it up, shovel that thing into the pocket of Killian Yopa, who does the rest with 2 hands.
They're gonna try the 3 to answer back, can't get it. Yopa, sky high for the rebound. Here's Masters. Mary's wanted to carry, refs say no. Carter. Trying to get a screen here from Yopa. Takes the screen. Carter to the hole, and can't find 2. Yopa tips it in, and that'll be a timeout from Nate Ruff and Mary's as SAIT just takes over, Jay.
It sure does, Josh. Killian Yopa, 2 straight possessions showing you his effectiveness in the restricted area. Nathan Ruff realizes that it's time to make some adjustments here before things get out of hand.
Right now, SAIT leads 15-4. You're watching ACAC Basketball, ACAC TV. So the SAIT Trojans right now shooting 63% from the field so far and leading.
Yep, about right. High shooting percentage for the SAIT Trojans caused by crashing the glass, second chance opportunities, and finishing. St. Mary's is going to have to tighten up on their own side of the floor if they want to tighten up the gap.
Bennett gets the steal, pass to Gabrielle in the corner. Masters can't get it to go. Gabrielle gets the rebound, goes finger roll, finish for 2.
There he is, the 5-tooler, MDG, Josh. Wherever you need him, he's going to provide for you. There's an example. Rebound and a lefty leg.
That one comes short. Martineau, Gabrielle, pass ahead to Bennett. Bennett, cross court, and knocked out. Good defensive play right there by St. Mary's.
Yeah, that's how you get back right there. Way too many easy transition buckets for the SAIT Trojans. Got to stop that for St. Mary's. Getting on your horse on defense is the way to do that.
Bennett looking for a second 3. He gets it.
It's what he does the best, catch and shoot specialist. Logan Bennett, whether it's up top or in the corner, it is a guaranteed triple.
This defense is smothering right now. Gilbert able to break it. He attacks, takes contact. It's going the other way, charging
Tell you something, Josh. It's not easy to knock down a triple on one end, get back, and take a shoulder from big old Ben Gilbert, Josh. But that's exactly what Logan Bennett just did. Great two-side play.
Logan Bennett doing it on both sides. 6 points right now. Here's Cam Carter. Carter. Gives it to Gabrielle inside. Finds Yopa. Yopa! What a reverse shot for two!
Way too easy. Too big of a target down low, especially when Killian gets his arms up. Throw that ball anywhere towards the rim. He's going to bring it in and finish up top.
You know, I don't like to talk about things so far in advance of things, but we know that the CBL takes in CCA talent. That might be a guy that might be looking at is Yopa.
Josh, I would not be surprised if there are some CBL bigwigs posted up watching this game right now, knowing they got Killian Yopa potentially on their big board. Wouldn't surprise me in the least.
We saw a Trojan drafted into the draft last year, Will Ton, so maybe another one.
We'll find out.
Here's Peters. He goes up, can't get it to go. They're going to call a foul there against Yopa. That'll be his first.
And you saw it yesterday, Josh, with C.J. Peters. He's a guy who's unafraid. He's going to face up to Killian Yopa every time, and we see some good moves off the dribble. You saw one just right there, and he's able to get the foul, stop the clock, and get to the line. Again, this is going to be a great opportunity in a game that you see is not very close contested for him to continue to develop that game and kind of meld more with the St. Mary's offense.
Absolutely. We're going to see subs coming in on both sides. Santiago is going to come in from Mary's, and it looks like Fisher will come in for the Trojans. And a rebound there. East Hope trying to get in there. East Hope has been in trying to get a lot of loose balls for this Mary's team.
Yeah, might as well get around there. Josh got quick feet, got good hands. Put him to use by putting some pressure on that SAIT backcourt.
There's a Julia. Martineau, Gabrielle attacking. And Martineau, Gabrielle always had this. We saw this in the national team that SAIT had, but in his time away, it looks like he got even stronger.
He sure did, Josh. Bigger, wider, smarter, of course, as many years, and you see it all this season. Quietly been the MVP of this team, doing everything, facilitating, Josh. That's what I love the most about MBG. Always looking to get everyone else involved.
Masters. I'm just saying this. You can put it on the board. Marcus Masters from downtown.
Marcus Masters is most certainly going to put it on the board, Josh, as you see him go to work one more time from range.
25-4. Three ball. And that one falls down right there for Parrott.
Yeah, that's a good look right there from Cass, Josh. Nothing else really available to him as all the passing lanes were taken away, so he just elevates from range and buries a triple.
Martineau passes it inside to Yopa. Yopa almost loses the rock. He does. Perez gets it back inside. Peters can't get it to go. Yopa passes ahead to Masters. Masters inside, and two more for Yopa. He is a perfect 6 of 6 from the field.
Getting to it, Josh. How about on one end, playing great defense on a guy like C.J. Peters, hustling down, being the recipient of a great Marcus Masters pass, and finishing the play.
Shot clock winding down on Mary's. Take some contacts. Another charge, and guess who's in the center of it once again?
Killian Yopa, Josh, is going to stand in there like somebody alongside who plays with Marcus Masters, king of taking charges. You've seen everyone else doing the same thing, Josh. And those guys are willing to put their body on the line like that in a score this big. Sky's the limit for the SAIT squad.
And Loki checks in, and in the MCU, he's the god of mischief. We'll see what he can do right now in this game. Masters pass the back, whipped around. Ajoya goes up, can't get it.
Yeah, good collapse in defense right there from the Lightning, Josh. If you know anything about a guy like Ajoya, he's going to get to the line and do his best to get some contact. So good job staying out of foul trouble.
Substitution coming in from Mary's as they'll bring Barlow back in. East Hope goes out. Some good hustle plays from East Hope in this one.
Definitely, Josh. Getting into the game. How about Ricky B? Ricky Bayavanga getting into the game. A guy who plays great defense and can knock down the triple.
Fisher can't get the triple there himself. Santiago. Talked about that good D. Santiago trying to find some room. And a steal knocked away there by Moses. And SAIT has been smothering right now. Still shooting 63% from the field. 1:10 left here in the first. Each team with 5 fouls. Joya passes it ahead. Off the screen there. Trying to find some room. Almost stolen it is. Santiago gets the lead pass to find Parrott. And he's able to find 2 more.
Gotta tell you, Josh, Cash Parrott is showing me something here. Great reach around, poke out on one side, gets a leak out pass, and finishes in transition. Good two-end play by him.
Parrott's been a standout so far for Mary's. Mid-range jumper, no good. Fight for the rebound, Santiago gets it. Gilbert is fouled from behind. That'll be Loki with the foul. So that'll send Clay Parrott to the line. We got Clay and we got Cash.
We do.
He can't get the free throws. Rebound there by the Trojans. Pushing the ball. SAIT's gonna hold it. 20 seconds left here. Ball's going the other way. Mary's getting a little bit momentum on their side right now.
They are, Josh. They're playing really well here in the last minute or so. On the backs of the Parrott brothers, nonetheless. Doing a great job and making sure to make things happen on offensive end. Like you said, the score disparity can never be too big in the first quarter. Got a lot of game left here.
Passed ahead. Shot clock is turned off. Santiago gets a screen there from Peters, gets it to Peters. Peters driving in, takes contact, can't get it. 4 seconds, 2 seconds. Driving to the hole, taking contact. And they're not gonna call the foul. That will take us to the end of the first quarter of play, where Killian Yopa was a perfect 6 of 6 from the field with 5 rebounds for 12 points.
Oh, Josh, what a start to the game here for Killian Yopa. If he can continue this torrid pace, look out, ACAC. You already know what he can do, but he's about to put an exclamation mark on the end of it.
You're watching ACAC basketball on ACAC TV. Welcome back to the SAIT bubble, where the SAIT Trojans right now are leading. Yopa right now is leading the way with 12 points.
Oh my goodness, on 6 of 6 shooting, Josh, affecting the game as he does on both sides. Rebounding like a monster, 5 first quarter rebounds for Killian Yopa. What a great start for him.
Here's Parrott. Hit by a double team, fadeaway jumper. Bucket is good. Nice take there by Cash Parrott.
Yeah, a little bit of pay attention right there as you see Clay Parrott going to work on the baseline. Head fakes the defense and is able to knock it down from about 5 feet out.
Joya met by a double team. Fisher gets it inside. Loki, count it, 2 for Loki.
2 and maybe one more, Josh. This is going to be a very pivotal time for St. Mary's Lightning. As you see right now, no starters on the floor for the SAIT Trojans. If you're the Lightning, now is the time to see if you can take advantage. Maybe point-by-point climb back into this one.
See if you can get the 3-point play right here. As you mentioned, Jay, none of the starters on right now for SAIT. Matt Daly seeing what his bench can do.
Yeah, it makes sense. If you look at those minutes there for the first quarter, 9 for Masters, 8 for MDG, 8 for Yopa. Those starters pretty much rode the entire first quarter. Now the big chance here for SAIT to make a little noise.
Matt Daly not too happy about that right there. Matt Daly coming off a great summer too, where he won with Team Alberta, so he has had a good last few months here.
Yeah, no, longer than that when you look at it. Matt Daly, Josh, he's always been that guy from under the wing of Marty Berkey to when he's eventually able to get the team himself. He's shown you right from day one the ability to coach these guys up, Josh, and continue that ever so tenured SAIT allegiance.
Marty Berkey, one of many celebrities in the house today.
Most certainly.
Good ball movement, finds Fisher from the corner. Can't get that one to go. And it will stay SAIT Trojans ball, 9 seconds on the shot clock. The ball in. Fisher's able to bring it in. Hand it off. Shot clock winding down on SAIT. Nice handles. Passed it off. In the corner for 3. No good. Loose ball. But the shot clock winded down. So it will be Mary's ball.
Don't look now, Josh. There's another good defensive stand there for the St. Mary's Lightning. Like I said, they're taking this opportunity right here to start it off the bench to try to make a little noise.
Attacking. Turn around and finish. Beautiful take right there by Lucas Barlow.
That is a great take, Josh. Drop the shoulder, lose the defender, and go up through right now and right on cue. Matt Dade looking down, getting the starters back into this one before it gets any closer.
They led by as much as 20 plus, and now it's down to 14. And it might be a turnover, but Loki's able to save it. And then it's over and back, so they do have a turnover there. I was worried Loki may have taken a little bit more of a bump there, but he's okay.
We'll see if it's the fix-all. A lot of times, Josh, when you're out in front, you put your starters back in, you think it's going to go right back to it. Right now, St. Mary's has built up a little bit of momentum in the last couple of minutes. Let's see if it continues here against the SAIT starters.
Mary's starting to get a little comfortable. That's a big 3 from Mary's. That one's in and out. Yopa trying to get the rebound. Looks like he will be fouled right there from Clay Parrott. It'll be Clay's second.
Well, one thing Clay Parrott's going to give you, Josh, is hard-nosed play. You've seen that here through the first quarter and first couple minutes of this quarter as well. Playing hard against both the bench and the starters as Parrott.
20 seconds on the clock. Carter, off-balance shot, gets it to go.
Cam Carter, always so good at coming off the screens, Josh. Real shifty, got long strides as well, gets to the basket in no time. It's a good finish right there over the top.
And that will stay with Mary's.
SAIT Trojans foul number 4, Cam Carter.
That will be on Cam Carter. That'll be his second. 2 team fouls on each side. They are saying it's a shooting foul. So Follansbee will shoot. It'll be his first time. Mary's never got to the line too much so far. Shooting 44%. SAIT just 0 for 1.
Yeah, not getting to the line. Refs letting them play. You'd like to see that. Thing is, that's not going to work out so well for the Lightning if you're going up and down with the SAIT offense. If you are St. Mary's, you want to get to the line. You want contact. You want to stop the clock and get back into it 1 point at a time.
Ayodu checks in. Here's Carter. Martino Gabrielle. Gabrielle attacking. Goes up strong. Can't get it. Good defense there from Collinsby. Parrott. And one lucky fan will go home with a game ball.
Maybe. We'll see, Josh. But I told you here earlier on when we just got the starters back in, you see how St. Mary's is still playing up right now. They still got the momentum they built early in this quarter.
Here's Carter. Masters from downtown. That's a tray, baby.
Yep, lose him on the rotation, it's 3 points, guaranteed. Marcus Masters exploiting the defense as usual.
Tough defense. Carter trying to get the steal. 3 ball. Gabrielle gets the rebound. Look at the vision of Gabrielle. Finds Bennett. Substitution's going to come in as Parrott comes in. And Barlow struggling to get off. Hopefully he's okay.
Yeah, coming up lame there. I'm not too sure if he's got a hip or an ankle. Something there's got him on the trainer's table getting looked at here.
Keep you updated on Lucas Barlow. Masters, 3 ball, bang!
Exact same spot, Josh. This time coming off a curl, moving without the basketball. A little bit of variation in the offensive game here from Masters.
Try to get it inside. Gabrielle defensively gets a block right there. Pass ahead to Carter. Cam Carter in the corner. Masters can't get the back-to-back trays. Gets his own rebound. Tips it off. Finds Yopa. Yopa count the bucket and 1.
Trying to think of a scarier sight coming at you than big number 12. I can't think of it, Josh. Another great facilitation job by Marcus Masters into the hands of Killian Yopa, who again gives you 2 and potentially 1 more.
And that will lead to a timeout from St. Mary's. SAIT leads right now 39-17. Yopa headed to the line. You're watching ACAC basketball on ACAC TV. So Yopa headed to the line. First time shooting free throws. And he's perfect from the free throw line so far still.
He is, Josh. Talked about him earlier, about to talk about it again. The game evolution that you're seeing from Killian Yopa 1 year over the next is really something to marvel at.
Yeah, you're really seeing him go to a next level. Baseline jumper, good.
That's big, Josh. That's big. St. Mary's desperately needed that, and you already know Udo can give you that, and finally provides.
Carter Whips it back. Bennett going for another three. He gets it.
See, that's the thing about the St. Trojans, all it takes is one ball reversal, and you got a wide open look, especially a guy like Logan Bennett. He's going to knock that thing down.
Carter, steal, two.
Too good in the backcourt. Cam Carter's got hands, more than two. I guarantee you he's got them. Watch out. Steals, points, way too easy.
At this rate right now, Nate Ruff might have to call another timeout.
Yeah, we'll see if he's able to settle his guys down, Josh. That's a rough couple last possessions right here. Is full court pressure way too much for St. Mary's to handle right now.
We're almost halfway through the second. Bennett is going to go for the three. They try to get a give and go there with Yopa. How's about Gabrielle? Spin cycle, can't finish. Almost stolen by Carter. It is stolen by Carter. Dips it back. Gabrielle gets it to go.
Cam Carter, Josh's full court defense is reminiscent of someone who we are revering here tonight, John Smith. Doesn't it give you John Smith vibes? When Cam Carter locks in Josh and plays that full court defense, there's nothing you can do against it.
Carter passes ahead. Finds Masters. Masters to Bennett. Back to Gabrielle. They get it inside. And Yopa has his first miss, but he's like, you know what? I got to make a bucket, and he gets two.
Does that. Maybe they had a rebound. Another rebound to his total as Killian Yopa cleans up his own miss and goes for a layup.
Tip ball. Carter to steal on steal on steal. Carter fakes it off. Mid-range jumper is good.
No defense come check. Just step into your own. Cam Carter showing you some IQ on that offensive take. Gets to the elbow, knocks it down.
51-19. SAIT is on a run. They are on a roll. Shot clock winding down, trying to find some room. Santiago can't get it to go. Rebound underneath. And nice rebound underneath there for Yudo for two.
Yeah, Yudo showing a little bit of length right there, Josh, as he gets that second chance opportunity, pulling it down and getting it to go.
30-point lead. Carter. It's it back up top to Masters. Masters driving and finishing the only way the Marcus Masters can.
Right around the perimeter, Josh gives you a righty the entire way. Soft touch at the cup.
Getaway Jay, no good. Yopa gets his 7th rebound of the game. 3 away from a double-double. Here's Gabrielle. Euro and 2.
MDG, too good in the open floor, Josh. As you see him under control, little drag step, lose the defensive finish with the lefty leg. Oh, tell you.
And the ball's gonna go right back to the men of Troy. Full subs for Marys.
Tell you, Josh, the Marys got to lock in here. I know it's easier said than done going against this elite St. Mary's squad, but St. Mary's a little too talented to be going out like this, Josh. They got to lock in. Still 2:39 here left in this half.
55-21. 2:30 left here in the half. Yopa finds Carter. Carter. Get it back. Gabrielle. Bang! Long two.
Too easy for MDG. Face-up game on point. Couple dribbles, get to your spot, and give them two. Classic MDG.
Foul is going to go against SAIT right there. The B.I. Julia will get the foul right there. 2 minutes left here in the half. 57-21 for the men of Troy. Fallensby is going to have to give that ball back.
Yeah, a little too wide on the screen there is Ben Gilbert doing his best job to try to keep Cam Carter away from being in front. Unfortunately, officials right beside you saw it, blew the whistle.
C.J. Peters going to get ready to sub into the game.
You see it again, Josh, another shift here of all bench players. You remember what happened last time? St. Mary's was able to take advantage here. We'll see if they still got it in them or if SAIT has definitely shifted.
And immediately when we went to the bench, they had a huddle with Coach Matt Daly. So we'll see what that message from Matt Daly led to. some good ball movement here. They try to dish it inside to find Loki. Timeout for the SAIT Trojans. They'll talk it out. Yeah, it is. They have 9 seconds on the shot clock.
Yeah, talk it up real quick. You know, Matt Daly doesn't want to give any slack here. She's going to bring his guys in, talk it over real quick, and see if we come out on top.
We'll take a quick break. All right, welcome back. SAIT has the ball after that timeout. Fisher didn't like the 3 there. Shot clock winding down. Crossover, 3 ball. Can't get that one to go. Inside. I'm gonna say shot clock went down there. And you love to see this. Lucas Barlow has that, is it the right leg taped up, but he is back in the game.
Yeah, throw a little tussing on that thing, wrap it up, and get back into it, Josh. He could have easily said, I'm too hurt to go to score this big, but Barlow getting back into it, trying to make a difference.
Nice drive, can't get that one to go. Fisher passed it ahead. Ajuya tried to get the spin cycle there, passed it out. Time winding down here in the half. Moses passed it off to Loki. Loki was gonna pass it, didn't like it. Ajuya dishes it back. Had to throw up a wild 3, can't get that one to go. Ball back to Marys, under a minute here. Attacking, Peters. Count the buckets.
Yeah, we'll take that. This is a guy, Josh, we're waiting to see something happen here, is C.J. Peters. And in a situation where he's on the floor without starters, you know he wants to try to make a man. He's doing that.
C.J. Peters doing everything he can. He's been held quiet. That was just his first bucket in a while, getting that one to go. And can't get the 3-point play. SAIT's gonna hold it up. Foul against Marys. That's gonna go against Barlow. That'll be his first. I'm gonna say it's against Perrette, my apologies. We have shots coming up here. It'll be Moses shooting. Free throw doesn't want to go down.
It doesn't, Josh. And again, big disparity. What we've seen when this second unit has been on the floor for the SAIT Trojans. Fortunately, it's given a little bit of life to SAIT Marys. This is when they're playing in the next level. So let's see if this SAIT second squad here can change that.
Backdoor cuts.
There you go.
Moses knocks that away.
Those are the plays you want to see there from the second unit. Those are the plays that the starters make. And second unit is able to fill the lane like that as well, then you're a well-oiled machine.
You could say Moses parched the seas on that one.
You could say that.
Almost stolen away.
Look at this defense from Ajuya. Oh, great defense there from Ajuya right to the very end. And all it took was a great little head fake there from Clay Perrette. We've seen some great stuff here from Favorette, specifically in the second quarter, Josh. He's really taking it on himself to try to get his squad back into it. And smart, high IQ players like that could just do that.
This is the St. Mary's team that lost the all-time leading scorer in the history of the conference.
Oh, my goodness.
And then Brock Dewsbury as well.
Yes, also that. Hey, let's not forget the all-time block leader as well, J.P. Opojua, gone as well. Josh, tough sledding here for St. Mary's when it comes to roster construction, but well coached. You know they're going to be around every time.
It's actually very weird to call Mary's without Caleb shooting from all over the gym.
It is.
We have no shot clock. Fadeaway J, no good. Stolen away. Yes, counted at the buzzer. 2 more for the State Trojans. They lead 60-25.
What a play, Josh, right at the end of Steve Ajuya joining that backcourt pressure of Cam Carter on Marcus Masters, making things so tough on that St. Mary's offense.
State is led by 17 from Killian Yopa. He missed 1 shot. He was 8 of 9, 7 rebounds. Marcus Masters splashing threes all over the place. Mark Deneau Gabrielle staying strong. 10 points for him as well. And the State Trojans just doing it all.
Oh my goodness, Josh. What a first quarter here for the State Trojans. You never know how a team is going to come off after a back-to-back against a team when you already won. Sometimes you gear down a little bit. Not the case here. State is playing desperately, especially the starters, Josh, and it's slowly starting to spread to that bench squad as well. If they can continue that same energy in the second half, look out, everybody.
Momentarily here, we're going to throw to a video of John Smith. You have any words on John before we throw to this?
Oh my goodness, Josh Smith. If you hadn't gotten a chance to watch John Smith go to work, understand what this video is going to give you, understand the person that he was as well and the effect that he had on everyone around him, Josh. And this is why we're here tonight. It's for John.
Yeah. Just as good of a basketball player John was on the court, he was an even better soul off the court. One of the best men that you will ever meet. He made an impact on all of our lives. And here's a great video to showcase the almighty John Smith.
Hello, my name is Salome Bates, and I'm John's mom. My name is Sade Smith, and I'm John's sister. I'm Crystal Smith, and I'm also John's sister. John was not only a brother and a son, but our biggest fan and our best friend. John had a heart of gold. He was brilliant, funny, talented, driven, and authentically himself. He truly was the embodiment of revolutionary Black joy. John made everyone around him feel seen, heard, and empowered to self-love. He was a protector. John stepped out on a limb and made Calgary his home. John unapologetically challenged those around him to think critically about race and injustice. He excelled on and off the court. He was a mentor and trainer in the States as well as in Calgary. We hope the recipient of this award embodies John's competitive spirit, radical love, and commitment to his community. Thank you, SAIT, for remembering, honoring, and recognizing John through this scholarship.
When I met John, it was what, a decade ago. His name was Smitty. Everybody calls him Almighty now and stuff. And I got on the trade too because he didn't want me to call him Smitty, but his name was Smitty. And
I first met John in 2016 when he started playing with SAIT. Our season opener was versus SAIT, and we knew very little about John other than he was pretty good.
Yeah, you can't remember John or talk about John without, first of all, smiling and remembering that level of confidence.
There are certain players and personalities I'm drawn to as a coach. Competitive and respectful are the top 2 on my list. John had both of those.
In our years in the ACAC and our battles back and forth, it's hard to think of many players as talented, as gifted, as entertaining as John was on the court. I know I've got at least one medal on my wall over here that I'd like to be a different shade of gold that just happens to be silver because of John.
You know, time and time again when, you know, it looked like we weren't going to win or things weren't going our way, I look over and he's dancing and he's smiling and, Coach, I got this, I got this.
You know, as much as we're here to compete with each other, the ACAC is one big family, and when something like this happens to one, we all feel it.
I personally have been around a lot of high-level competitors, and I've never seen anyone match it. It's a level of competition and confidence that I've never seen.
In 2018-19, when SAIT visited Lethbridge, John again seeked me out to say hello. But that wasn't all. He reminded me that it was his opportunity to finally get a sweep on my club. They were 12-0 at the time, and we were struggling a little bit at 8-4. My response was, well, you're going to have to work for it. SAIT won that night, 101-95, and I was correct. We made John work for everything he got, and he got his sweep. How can you not like a guy, subtle, respectful trash talk, and he backed it up?
Everybody's story usually starts with the same as mine. Hey, how you meet John? Basketball. Saw him playing a game. I played against him, right? He was talking mess, right? And it easily gets forgotten, like, oh, like, well, how do you know John now? Oh, he showed up to my birthday and bought me a gift or something. Like really? Like, he knows you like that? You're like, no, he really doesn't. Like, but he would do that.
John, as a person off the court, was one of a kind, probably one of the most charismatic players that I've coached. Not only, you know, was he a great basketball player, but he was also like my little brother. You know, he would call and check up on me, see how I was doing. He would call up just to chat. And it's, you know, most of the time it wasn't about him. It was just about, hey, how you doing? You know, anything I could help you out with, anything like that.
John loved basketball, but he loved people more than anything. He wanted to see people succeed. I've never seen somebody that just, you know, wanted to see other people succeed so, like, crazily. In practice, you know, you hang out with the guy and other guys hang out with him. And I've known this about him for a while, but, you know, guys are like, man, John's mean. You know, he's yelling at me. He's doing this and stuff like that. But if you sit down and have a conversation with him, he'll tell you straight up. He's like, I'm yelling at you because I know you got better in you. I know you do. So I want to see it come out of you, right? I'm not going to sugarcoat it for you because life ain't going to do that for you.
He didn't like lazy people. You got lazy people, you heard a mouthful from him, for sure. Oh yeah, you definitely so.
You know, I had an opportunity. I did pretty well for myself with him out here, right? And him motivate me every step of the way. And I honestly credit all that to him, you know, and even like thinking about it now, I can still hear him in my ear for things and stuff like that. He just, the motivation was through the roof. I've never had somebody just love me like that, and I think that's what hurts me the most, man. Like, it just never had that amount of just respect and care for me. Just from somebody that I didn't really give much to. I just, you know, I showed him a little bit of potential as far as basketball went, and he took it more than that into a brotherhood. And every day he would, you know, dap me up and give me a hug and stuff like that. And, you know, I'm not really an emotional type, but he would dap me up, give me a hug, man, I need a hug, or something like that. And, you know, that's everyday stuff. So
his energy, that's one thing that we miss and we feel once he walks in. He just has that flair. And I learned a lot from him because he pushed me. Like, people say that, yeah, you know, it's a tough love. I would say it's tough love as well. But I feel like I just knew that, you know, he really cared about me.
Hearing the connection John had all across Canada in the basketball community, from kids to players on teams that he'd never even played against, that reached out to me talking about the effect John had on them, the relationship they had, and it's just so special to hear about that.
There's countless times where I've been at the house and I come in the house and I see random people I've never even met. Like, I'm like, yo, like, who is this? And he's like, oh, yo, that's the homie from back in Edmonton. Or I'm like, when did you go to Edmonton? Like, oh, that's the homie from so-and-so. I've been in the club and it's like, oh, see you played for SAIT. Oh, you know John. Like, and it kind of makes me mad. I'm like, yes, I know John. That's my brother. Like, that's literally my brother. And I'm like, how do you know him? He's like, oh, he came and picked me up the other day. I was like, picked you up what? He didn't have a car.
Every day, because I miss him every day because he was like my everyday friend, my everyday brother. I used to see him every day, even if we talked for 2 minutes, 2 hours, and just all that. I just always feel like he's still here. I feel like he's just gone on vacation. He's coming back. I'm waiting for him. I just feel like he's coming back. That's just I always have that optimism. I'm gonna see him again one day.
John used his personality, his notoriety to really be an advocate, you know, for equality, for Black Lives Matter, to give everyone equal opportunity. Again, anyone that knew him knew this, and he was strong in social media and in person. He would have a long, respectful debate with anybody that would. He was trying to raise awareness and create opportunities for people like him. He got opportunities and he took advantage of it, and it changed his life.
As much as he was charismatic and as much as he was flamboyant, at the same time, John was a pretty humble guy. What we're setting out to do is something that he'd be proud of. You know, he, as much as he, you know, on the court, he pushed us not only to be a better team, and you know, he pushed his teammates to be better players. He also pushed us coaches to be better coaches. So I think with this, you know, it's gonna honor his legacy, but at the same time, you know, the things that, you know, the people that it's gonna impact is pretty much what John was looking to do. John was looking to impact anybody he came across.
A scholarship in his name is crazy. I'm just now hearing about this, right? So straight up, like, that's crazy. He would have lived for just for doing that, honestly, right? He wanted, like I said, he wanted to see people just success. So that's huge, and I'm glad that his name is recognized as that, you know, being great, more than just basketball, like, because the person he is crazy to believe is better than what basketball was.
I'm thankful to everything he's brought to me and my family. We knew John closely. We love John and we miss him, but we focus on the positives, what he brought to my program, to my family, to myself. So I want to thank John Smith for everything.
Yeah, if anything, I just want people to remember his name and remember, like I said, as big as basketball was, if not the best basketball player I've ever played against, like, the person he was far greater in that sense.
Welcome, what it is, what it do. Welcome back to the bubble. Jermaine J.C. Cummings with myself, Joshua Adam William Arbuthnot. We're getting ready to go to the second half here. First off, a few more words on John Smith. What a fantastic video.
Absolutely, Josh. Like you saw in that video, not only was he an elite player, also an elite person, someone who will never be forgotten by myself, by you, by everyone here. Just at any point, Josh, always look up and remember John Smith, and you never forget him.
There's a reason we called him the Almighty, and that was everything Jermaine said was that right there. And if you want to put some money to John's scholarship, we have the QR code. You see it right now, so scan that QR code and donate to the John Smith Memorial Scholarship. It's a great thing, something that I'm sure John would be proud of.
Most certainly, Josh. We already know how motivated he was for things like diversity, like inclusion. So if you're looking to, obviously, donate to that, scan that QR code on the screen, help John Smith, and help somebody out who doesn't necessarily have the means.
Shout out to the Almighty. Well, you talked about it during the game, too. This is something that John Smith, watching the State Trojans team, this is something that he was a part of starting here in the past decade of getting the State Trojans team to be the dominant five-time, then six-time, and seven-time, leading to a national championship level team. That's something on the ground floor that John Smith started, and now you're starting to see the roots grow back of that State Trojans team.
Most certainly, Josh, and it all starts with one word: interchangeability. 5 guys on the floor who can switch positions and run with the best of them. Everything the SAIT Trojans do, Josh, is based on interchangeability. Something that started here years ago, and like you said, we're starting to see the bloom off that flower now when it comes to interchangeability. Everyone on the floor killing it. Unbelievable play from them through the first 20 minutes of this game.
We'll let our cameraman run off the floor here so he doesn't get run over as we get ready to return here for the third quarter of action. And it'll be Marcus Masters and the starters back up here. Here's Logan Bennett, has a few threes to his name. Gabrielle finds Cam Carter. Cam Carter may not blow up with points, Jay, but offensively was good. And how's about it again? Strong, 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 lifting those weights, doing those hammer curls. It's Mark Gabrielle.
He's always been a brawler dude, Josh, but MDG is showing you no one in this league can stay in front of him if he allows it. Move someone out the way. But just to finish off on Cam Carter, like you said, Josh, what great defense from him. The defensive intensity, the great IQ plays as well. Absolutely smothering defense. And the facilitation, I love that. Just like Marcus Masters, love to help teammates out before himself. You see that in Cam Carter.
62-25. Ball's into Masters. And here is Cam Carter. 6 points for Carter right now. He has 8 assists, by the way. We haven't talked about that enough either.
I just did. Facilitation.
Gabrielle.
Come on.
Can't get that one to go. And Carter almost came with another one. Fadeaway J, no good. Fight for the rebound. SAIT comes up with it. It's Masters. Double M passes it off. Gets it inside. Well, up top to Yopa. Shot clock winding down. Try to thread the needle inside. Stolen away. Perrette gets it inside. Nice take there by Marys.
Yeah, great take on the run there, Josh. You see the perfect lead pass. Took Ayudo right exactly where he needed to go, and he finished through some traffic.
Masters dips it in the corner. Corner three. Cam Carter knocks down the tray.
There he goes, Josh. You talk about facilitation, but he can also get his own. Off the pass, easy three.
And that one splashes down for the mid-range J.
It's funny, Josh, off the top, you talked to Nathan Ruff, and he said he had a little bit of a minute restriction on Ayudo. I feel like that might be going away here in a little bit, just to kind of get him warm, get his feet wet, and give his guys some kind of life.
That's a great point, too, because he started this third quarter. We haven't seen him do that. He's been coming off the bench every single quarter. Long three, no good. Chase down, Yopa! Yopa! Yopa, Yopa, Yopa! What a save!
Yeah, kept it in right there, Josh, putting his body on the line. Not easy to do at 6'7". Killian makes it look just that, though.
Yeah, how's about that block right there?
Hey, I'll tell you, man, a minute restriction out the window. Ayudo just a little bit too good, too important to the St. Mary's defense to let him get off easy.
You can see why Coach Nate Ruff is really happy with what they have with Ayudo. Inside to Gabrielle. Pass it back to Masters. Masters at the buzzer. No good. Fallons Bay. They're going to slow it back down here. Trying to go for the corner three there. Can't get that one. And Gabrielle. Gabrielle turns on the Jets. Watch out. Hands it off to Masters. Yopa trying to set the screen. Double team on Masters. On the baseline. Passed it back out. Carter has it. Carter, crossover. Fadeaway J. Can't get it to go. Tip ball. Marys has it.
Great job by C.J. Peters staying down on Cam Carter, not giving him a clean look.
Dish off. And bucket won't count.
Once again, that is another charge. Who? Logan Bennett, Josh, his third of the game. Standing in there. Not easy to do against a barreling train coming at you. Logan Bennett does just that. Manufactures.
And that's a great point. We don't have statisticians giving us the charge in this game, but I guarantee the Trojans have, at my count, a minimum 7 to 8.
Yeah, as per usual, man. That's what it's like playing alongside Marcus Masters. If someone that good is willing to take charges, you can't help but do the same.
Here's Carter looking for a screen. Carter. Fantastic finish for two, Cam Carter.
Finesse those boys. Look at Cam Carter work his way into the middle, Josh, and give you a little something juicy down there.
Imagine having a backcourt of Cam Carter and Marcus Masters.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, what's that? We don't have to. We're witnessing that right now, Josh. Typical SAIT Trojan things in the backcourt.
Almost another steal there for Carter. He's taking the baseline, and Gabriel gets the rebound. That's his 6th. Here's Masters. Masters showing off those handles. Pass it back out to Gabriel. Now Gabriel attacking. And that time it's going to be Mary's picking up a charge.
Yeah, I know. Someone watching real quick will be like, hey, how was that an offensive foul? You definitely saw Perrette backing up, but all it took, again, MDG put that shoulder down, put that arm down into him. It's easy to call that also like that.
Joya will check in, and Fisher will check in.
Oh my gosh, see, what, number 3? Is that? I'll tell you, it's not. Oh my gosh, wasting no time.
No time at all.
I thought that jersey would be up in the rafters, no?
And splash down. Yopa inside, takes the contact and finishes.
As per usual, Killian Yopa's going to continue to do his things. He's going to continue to do his thing, Josh.
Oh, you're right. It took me a second.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, who's checking in?
Yeah, Isop has the number 3. And if you're wondering why Jermaine's saying that, because Caleb Jip, the all-time leading scorer in the conference, wore that number for all those years.
And he did. Number 3 got getting any rest,
Silky smooth, double M.
Up and under. Marcus Masters makes it look so easy, Josh, when it really isn't.
And there's a turnover. Yeah, it took me a second to clue in there what you're saying, because I was like...
Oh, okay, yeah, I know. So I'm like, the lack of reaction, I'm like, I don't think Josh understands what I'm saying. Maybe I wasn't too hard.
In fairness, I was so focused on Ajuya, I was trying to rack my brain on former Trojans with number 3. I wasn't even thinking about the St. Mary's Lightning with number 3. Shout out to Caleb Jip.
Of course, of course.
That one won't go down for him, though, as Easthope gets the rebound. Pass the head, stolen away by Carter. Carter gets it in the end. Carter behind the back. What a dive! What a finish! St. Trojans add 2 more.
Hold on. Cam Carter getting busy now, Josh. What a save behind the back and the no-look dish down low. Guys starting to heat up here in the third.
90 seconds left here in the third. Substitutions coming in here. Briere will check in.
First look at Briere here today, Josh. So we'll see who's going to be able to give St. Mary's here.
76-36 under 90 seconds here in the third. Had a chance for the 3 there, didn't go for it. Now he does. That one goes in and out. Pushing the pace, dishing it off. Duncan, good ball movement by SAIT. Duncan, dead eye, can't get that one to go. And back to the St. Mary's Lightning.
Oh, one thing for certain, Josh, when the starters are on the bench for the State Trojans, St. Mary's is right there, playing the entire time. Boston just unable to make it up when the big dogs get in, but you said it earlier, they've got to be happy with their effort against the second unit.
It's the St. Mary's team that came in 6-5 on the weekend. So they were over 500. Nightingale can't get that one to go. Here's Bennett. Contact going the other way.
Yeah, another situation there where, again, he didn't necessarily have the feet planted, but because that shoulder got dipped into the chest, it's easy to blow the whistle there offensively.
Multiple subs coming in. Yopa is back in the game. Yopa 2 rebounds short of a double-double, shooting 90% from the field. On the baseline, pass back. 3 ball is a little bit short right there. Ball will go back to the Trojans, potentially their last possession here of the third. Julia Had a bucket at the buzzer last quarter. See if he gets any last seconds action here with time winding down. Pass it back out. Wide open look for three. Can't get that one to go. Bennett fights for it. Can't get it to go. And another rebound by the Trojans. They can't get it. 1 second. Hail Mary is not going to go down. And we go to the fourth quarter with the SAIT Trojans leading 76-36.
What a third quarter there, Josh, from the SAIT Trojans. They're able to keep up that big, sizable lead they made in the second quarter. Again, great job by St. Mary's, but when you go down big early, it's so hard to get back into it.
You're watching ACAC basketball on ACAC TV. All right, welcome back for the fourth quarter here. Substitution in for SAIT. First time we've seen Ethan Fisher in the game. All the starters are out except for Yopa.
Yeah, and look for him to facilitate here out of the key early on.
Mid-range J, good.
Good to see Ricky B finally get one, Josh. He's so good at getting to his spot, stopping on the dime, and knocking down the jumper. There was an example of it there in that last play.
SAIT trying to remain undefeated on the season, and East Hope gets that to not go down. Ricky B. Pass it ahead. Good ball movement. Fisher, baseline.
Whoa!
I'll give him a thrunk. I'll give him a thrunk on that one.
I tell you what, Ethan Fisher had some thoughts there real quick. Went up strong, took the hit, and let it to go down. That's a nice little baseline finish.
I'm going to give him the thrunk on that one.
Yeah, no contact there, and that's a different story, man.
Can't get it to go. Rebound there by Ricky. Minute passed here. Shot clock winding down. Ajuya, pass it to Yopa. Good ball movement. Deadeye. Get out of here. Big time denial and block. And passed ahead. Mary's on the break. Try to get two, but they are not going to get it. That's another charge taken by the men of Troy.
Josh, drawing a charge in transition defense is an art. It's not something that you can teach somebody. You have to have that in you, Josh, to be able to track steps, stop yours, take the hit in the chest, on the move, backpedaling, by the way. That's what we just saw from Steven Julia.
SAIT slowing it down. Here's Yopa, trying to get a backdoor cut right there. Said he's going to post it all the way up, take on all comers, and finish strong.
You know his face-up game is there. Let Killian Yopa give you a little bit of backup game as well. Throw the backup beeper on, get to the restricted area, and get you an easy two.
How about that? A nice fancy finish right there for Lucas Barlow. What injury?
Yeah, seriously, Josh. Great bounce back here from Barlow as you see the great finish with the up and under and the lefty.
Fisher. Trying to find some room, dishes it out. Loose ball, who wants it? That was East Hope, earning that number.
Yeah, that he is, Josh. You got to When you're wearing number 3, you're definitely going to give a little bit extra, and you saw that there from East Coast.
Then goes for 3. Can't get that one to go. Yopa, 1 rebound short of a double-double. Julia almost loses the rock, gets it back, passes it off to Bennett. Down low to Yopa. Yopa gonna try from downtown, can't get the bounce. Some contact right there. Nightingale finds Gilbert. Long 3 from the logo, knocking it down.
That's a good look right there, Josh. If you're Kamani Vieri, you've got that in your bag. That's a good job showing it right there after the great DHO.
3 minutes past here in the 4th. Bennett, the lone starter, not in double digits, has the ball right now. Yopa hands it off. Double team, finds Yopa. Fakes it off, goes up. And Yopa was ready to put some Mary's players on a poster, but will go to the line and shoot a pair.
Yeah, it's a good move there. Yopa loses the defense with the shoulder fake and almost dunks 2 Mary's players with him to the basket. Talked about it earlier, Josh, but not only has his game come so far in a year, physically Killian Yopa almost double the size he was last year, Josh, and you see how important strength is in the ACAC.
That is a word that has defined the SAIT Trojans this evening, is strength.
Most certainly. Most certainly, Josh. It's easy to do, man. You're playing alongside Marcus Masters. You got big, strong guys on this team. MDG is back now. You know what he does in the weight room, tosses it like it's nothing. So, hey, you're Killian Yopa, man. Let me get in the weight room, too. Let me get on this eating program. Let me put on some pounds and show everyone I can really do, and you're seeing it here.
Last week well, 1 second here, we saw that go and on for a miss, but last week we called the UFC Dinos and we saw how important strength was in that game.
Right, exactly, Josh. It's an underrated aspect of the game here, especially recently. As yes, being slim, being able to run long conditioning is very important, but never forget strength, especially when it comes to interior players.
No 3 on that one. Yopa trying to fight for the rebound, can't get it. Ballensby. 6 minutes left here in the 4th. Spins off. Nice dive inside. Peters, get out of here. Denied by Yopa. Over and back and shot clock violation.
Oh my goodness, Killian Yopa, Josh, on the rotation, sending that shot back. Rim protector deluxe.
Believe it or not, that was just Yopa's first block of the game.
I do believe it. I do. He's only had 1 here, Josh. But when you're able to affect so many shots below the rim, that doesn't get tracked by stats. So believe me, those hands up, he has affected a ton around the orange tonight.
Masters shooting just under 50% from the field right now, but 50% from downtown.
Good numbers.
And that's the 4th team foul against the Lightning. So you mentioned next week, Medicine Hat will be taking on the Ambrose Lions. So staying here in Calgary, and SAIT Trojans will take on Medicine Hats. Yopa down low. Spin cycle, can't get that one to go. Just the 3rd miss of the game by Yopa. Trying to get that backdoor cut, can't get it. Peters didn't like the 3 there. Tried to get inside, finds Follansbee, and he's fouled. He'll go to the line and shoot a pair.
Tell you, Josh, CJ Peters, you're seeing flashes of what he's able to do, whether it's inside, facilitating for himself. You saw the shot earlier on, and of course he's able to finish up close. More things for him to kind of keep fostering, keep garnering as he continues to grow with the St. Mary's squad.
That one rolls down. Well, and obviously extra pressure offensively has now been added to CJ because, you know, with the Jaye being in that walking boots, it puts a lot more pressure on him to be a big-time scorer.
It's a great point. It's a great point because we know C.J. Peters can fill the dunker spot, catch alley-oops. That's really what he's done. But like you said, he's being asked to do a whole lot more with the basketball tonight.
And that's where the Parrots new have been able to step up. Yopa goes out of bounds. Cam Carter checks back into the game. Matt Daly almost going in reverse right now. Started with a lot of the bench players, and now a lot more of the starters are in.
Yeah, we know Matt Daly, man. All gas, no brakes with Matt Daly. Regardless of the score, regardless of time, he's going to run his rotations.
Another steal for Mr. Carter right there. That's his 5th steal in this one. And he's going to try his luck from downtown. Can't get the tray to go down. Yopa! Double-double for him. Good ball movements.
Woo!
And Carter will go to the line.
So shifty.
My question to you, Jay, is how do you even pick a player of the game?
The classic conundrum when you're calling state ball games, Josh, is to pick one because you've got so many guys doing so many things. Man, close your eyes and throw a dart at the dartboard and see what lands on.
Well, if Cam can get another assist, he'll have a double-double as well. I at the beginning, I would have given it to Yopa, and Yopa's been outstanding. I think right now, I tend towards Cam Carter right now.
That's valid, Josh. Because in a situation where St. Mary's was able to put some points together there in the second, and SAIT was kind of looking for someone to kind of get him out of it, Cam Carter stepped into that spot and did everything necessary. Went on a little solo 5-0 run that completely shifted the comeback that St. Mary's was kind of mounting in the second quarter. I like that pick from you.
And the other pick, potentially, Yopa just went to the bench. That's going to be the last time we see him. He shot 76% from the field, had a double-double with 10 rebounds, had a block, didn't have a steal, and had double assists, 2 in this game. So Yopa also stuffing the stat sheet.
That he was. Killian Yopa continues to grow, Josh. What an unbelievable showing from him. And like you said, just as able to get a POG here tonight is Killian Yopa.
Also, there's a lot of candidates in this one. Here's another one, like in Marcus Masters. Masters to the hole. Can't get that one to go down. Corner 3, splash down.
There you go, another facilitation. The Parrots able to run the floor, find Ayuda, in the corner and knock down that 3 on the move.
Gabrielle, mid-range, J, no good. 3:20 left here in the fourth. Follansby looking for his screen. Barrett. Runner can't go down. Carter pushing the pace. Hezzy. Dime. And 2 more for the Trojans.
I tell you, Josh, he gets his, but the guy loves to facilitate. No one will hit you with a shovel pass faster on the move than Cam Carter.
And that will be Cam's 10th assist. Now he has a double-double in this game. So 13 and 10, and then 6 steals for Cam Carter. So 4 steals more for a triple-dub via steals.
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and say that is most certainly the betting favorite when it comes to POG here for SAIT. What a showing from Cam Carter.
But him and Marcus will go to the bench. This will be the last time we see them. This is the first time this year I've been able to see the SAIT Trojans in person. I've got a chance to see film. And I'll tell you, if you are in the Calgary area or you are when I'm on the road, you got to check out this team because right now they are living up to the #1 seed.
Yeah, exactly, Josh. Well, if you know the wire, you're going to know this reference right here. Put the word back out. We back up here at SAIT, you know? I'm going to be no bones about it. Last year was disappointing for the SAIT Trojans. A great regular season, but kind of flamed out there in the postseason.
They lost pretty early, I think, in the games at Briarcrest last year.
Yeah, exactly, Josh. So to see this bounce back from more or less the same squad, a couple new pieces here or there, but same coaching staff. To see them completely turn the ship like this, granted, it's still the regular season. We still got a postseason to go, but to this point, Josh, can't help but be so impressed with the SAIT squad.
And hey, you know, as we get down in the season, the champs, the Clippers, they're going to be coming for the SAIT Trojans team. You know Lakeland, they are up top in the north, and you know the Keanu Huskies are always ready to renew that rivalry.
Most certainly, Josh. It must be the most storied rivalry in ACAC. Keanu always ready to give the Trojans a game.
Passed around, Gabrielle. Lawn 2, can't get that one to go. 40-point lead for SAIT right now. Stay tuned afterwards for our players of the game. Could be this gentleman. He's had a great game. Trying to get 2 more. He will not get it, as is another charge from the SAIT Trojans. Whether it's the starters or the bench, all they do is create charges.
Tell you what, you can't be a SAIT Trojan if you're not ready to take some charges. You're going to wear the white and red. You are going to take this charge, Josh. Great job by Jackson Fisher, cutting off the drive. Nowhere for Parrott to go but into his chest. Offensive foul.
2 minutes left here in the fourth. Duncan to Moses. Fisher for 3. He can't get it. It will be, I think they're going to say it's going to stay Trojans ball, about 7 seconds on the shot clock.
Making sure the scoreboard is on point here, because despite the 40-point disparity, we have got to be lockstep with the scoreboard here.
So the time should say 2 and 2 as well. And the nice thing for both these teams is they played yesterday, so they'll have a rare Saturday off.
Yeah, they'll take that. They'll definitely take that. 2 tough, hard games back-to-back within 24 hours.
Especially now, like, time is starting to wind down in the season as we get closer to playoffs. Ball is right back to the Trojans. SAIT trying to get it in. They do not.
Oh, look now, Josh. That's 2 really good defensive possessions there by St. Mary's.
Like I said, for Mary's next week, getting to see them against the Ambrose Lions, I'm really interested to see how they will compete against an Ambrose team that's really hungry as well. And they competed with this SAIT Trojans team.
They did. They did, Josh. There's definitely a good future here for the St. Mary's squad as they continue to kind of find themselves after losing massive pieces over the last 2 seasons.
It's hard, man. You lose some major pieces like that, like you said. Fisher for 3. Can't get it to go. And Trojans will get the rebound, and there's a minute left. Shot clock winds down. And loose ball, Trojans get it. Almost got it in the backcourt there, but SAIT able to get it back. Ricky B for 3, yes!
There it is, Mayavanga getting that 3 to go, Josh. Always such a great release valve as Ricky B is able to catch and shoot.
No good in that 3. Shot clock is turned off. And that will do it. The SAIT Trojans, 14-0, number 1 seed in the CCAA, continue to roll. Marys will fall under 500. Look to bounce back next week against the Ambrose Lions. SAIT next week takes on the Medicine Hat Rattlers.
What they do, Josh, well, the SAIT Trojans, unbelievable play here. 40 minutes of dominant basketball from everybody wearing white. If you're Matt Daly, you got to be happy. Granted, it's Matt Daly, so you're going to find something you got to tighten up. There are some things to tighten up. But 2 days, 2 great outcomes. Team in a good spot, Josh, to grab a couple wins in this quickly, in this late in the season as well.
Who do you have for players of the game?
Well, I mean, if we're talking about the SAIT Trojans, Josh, like you said, there's so many great picks. You're talking about it. Yeah, 1 through 10 here tonight. Unbelievable, Josh. But like you said earlier, I got to go with Cam Carter.
I think so.
Great job from him here today.
We now await our players of the game. Also, shout to the Parrots. They were fantastic for
Most
Mary's.
Certainly, Josh. That's another situation where when you talk about players of the game for St. Mary's, you got plenty of choices. You saw some great things here from these guys. Both Clay and Cash Parrott went to work, and let's see if they get recognized.
For the St. Mary's Lightning, number 15, Clay Parrott.
Rightfully earned there from Clay Parrott. Stats all over the place. Had a fantastic game for this Mary's team.
Yeah, played unafraid. That's what I liked about him the most, Josh. He wasn't worried about St. Mary or SAIT being someone who's, so dominant. He went chest to chest with everybody and they came out on top.
Number 12,
It was almost impossible to not pick a bad pick for the SAIT Trojans. And Yopa, double-double, shot fantastic, 76% from the field, 22 and 10, Yopa, player of the game.
Couldn't imagine Josh being an opposing coach, having to game plan for someone like Killian Yopa, who gives you absolutely everything. What a terror this player is. Someone who's vying for player of the year right now when you're talking about Killian Yopa. He's got that talent. Let's see if he's able to get finished.
That will do it for us here on the broadcast. As I mentioned, the SAIT Trojans will be back next week right here on ACAC TV, taking on the Medicine Hat Rattlers. So make sure you check that out here on ACAC TV. Tip-off due around 8 o'clock Mountain Time. For Jermaine J.C. Cummings, I'm Josh Arbuthnot. Cheers and enjoy the day, people.